down to the mat, lying back on your mat, and just hug the knees into the body. Gently rocking from side to side. Bringing the soles of the feet together and taking the arms over the top of the head. So this is our morning flow, energizing the body, setting ourselves up for the day. Start by taking a big, deep breath into the chest and a big, deep breath out. Take a deep breath into the stomach and a deep breath out. And a deep breath into the sides of the body. And a deep breath out. Feel the shoulders sinking, hips are soft. Gently bringing the knees in towards the body. Hug the knees in, lift the head, the shoulders curl into a ball. Slowly releasing down. Take the left foot to the ground and hold on to the back of the right leg. Inhale as you push the heel all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale to release down. Again, inhale up if you want to. Take the hand a little bit further up the leg. Exhale as you release down. Inhale to lift. Again, taking the hand higher if you want to. Exhale as you release down. This time, lift all the way up and hold at the top. Feel the hips squeezing towards the floor. Shoulders are soft. Slowly releasing. Come to the other side. So the left leg, holding on to the back of the leg. Inhale, lifting the heel all the way up. Exhale to release. Again, inhale, lifting up, taking the hand a little deeper if you want to. Exhale to release down. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release. This time, inhale, lift the leg and keep it there. Keep the legs soft, shoulders are soft. Slowly releasing. Take the feet out wide. And we're going to take both knees over to the left side. Squeezing down gently. And then take both knees over to the right side. Again, squeezing down gently. Keep the legs flowing from left to right, pausing on either side. And use your breath to help guide the movement. So breathe in on one side, breathing out, rolling to the other. Waking the body up gently. And then coming back to center. Make your way to a seated position. Sitting up tall, crossing the legs. Resting the hands onto the knees. Lift the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Down and back. Do that a few times. Bring a little movement into the shoulders, into the upper body. Holding on to the knees. I'm going to change feet over. No, that doesn't help. And start to draw circles over the top of the hip. I'm just going to do small circles today because my ankle is hurting just a little. I'm trying to find a way where it's a little bit more comfortable, but it will be okay. Just keep smiling and waving. Breathe in as you roll forwards. Breathing out as you roll back. Changing directions. If you want to make a bigger circle here, you can. Again, I am just keeping them nice and small. slowly releasing. Let's come over onto our hands and our knees. Release the tummy down into your cat pose, your cow pose. And then exhale into your cat pose. Inhale to release the tummy towards the ground. Exhale as you push the ground away from you. Inhale to release down. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Slowly release. Looking over to the left hip. Looking around to the right hip. Coming back to center. Make your way into your child pose. So knees come wide. Toes come together. Sinking the hips down and back and stretching the arms forwards. Forehead releasing. You might want to just gently rock from side to squeeze one armpit towards the ground, then the other. Just feel yourself gently releasing down, opening into the upper spine, opening into the hips. Coming back to center. Let's inhale to lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale to sink back down. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen through the spine, draw the crown of the head forwards. Exhale as you release. Pausing here. See if you can push the hips back just a little more. Walk both hands over to the left side of the mat. It might be that they want to come all the way up. Forehead releasing down. Breathe into the sides of the body. And then slowly walk the hands over to the right side. Forehead releasing. And again, breathing into the sides of the body. Coming back to center. And just walk the hands all the way in. Just come onto your knees. Draw the knees now together. Sitting back on the heels. If that is uncomfortable, you might want to pop a cushion underneath, over the top of your heels, underneath your bottom. Bring the hands down to the sides, palms facing forwards. It might be that the fingertips touch the floor. Lift up through the crown, through the chest. And feel yourself drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Think about squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale to bring the hands down. Inhale, lift up, look up to the thumbs. Exhale to release the hands down, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, stretch up tall, looking up. Exhale, this time hands come behind the back, interlock the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And you can try tucking the chin to the chest. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, this time take the hands down to the floor. Step the knees back a little. Tuck the toes, lift up into your downward facing dog. So our first downward dog. So get yourself in a position that feels comfortable. Feet are hip distance apart. Hands are shoulder width apart. And just start to walk through the backs of the legs. Pedal through the heels nice and slowly. Push the ground away from you. Hips push all the way up and back. Take the knees to the floor. Lower the chest to the ground. As you come all the way down, lift into your baby cobra. So point the toes behind you, lift the chest. Slowly release down. Tuck the toes, push back, downward facing dog. Might be that you want to keep walking through the legs, or allowing the body to become still. Let's walk the hands to the feet, nice and slowly, and release into your forward fold. Forehead releasing down, knees are bent, knees are soft. And then walk the hands all the way back out to your downward dog. Stepping the left foot to the left hand. Push the back heel away from you. Allow the hips to sink down. You can lift up onto your fingertips to lift the chest. Really push back into that back heel. You can stay there, or you can lift into your crescent lunge. Keeping the hips nice and low, all you're doing is lifting the upper body. Take the right hand to the floor. Reach the left arm all the way up, looking to the fingers. Try and sink the hips a little lower here if you can. Bring the hand down to the inside of the foot, inside of the knee. Again, pausing here, pushing back into the back heel. Crown of the head drawing forwards. Big deep breaths. Step the left foot back, downward dog. Come to the other side, right foot steps forwards. Keeping the back heel lifted, lift up onto the fingertips. Lift the chest and push the left heel back. Staying here or lifting the arms all the way up. Nice long crescent lunge. Keep the back heel pushing back. Left hand comes to the floor. Right arm opens up and try and sink the hips a little lower. Press the ground away from you and keep the shoulders broad. Bringing the hand down to the inside of the foot, inside of the knee. Left heel pushes back, hips sink nice and low. And then step back to your downward dog. Forehead releases. Try closing the eyes, big deep breaths. Step the left foot to the left hand. Back knee comes to the floor. Bring the hand to the inside of the knee and allow the hips to sink forwards. We're going to bend the back leg. So bending the knee. Reach the left hand all the way back to meet the toes. Try and reach hold of the toes if you can. If you can't, just keep reaching back, bending the leg, open the left shoulder, and again sink those hips nice and low. For a deeper stretch, try pulling in the foot a little closer. But for me, that's quite an intense stretch as it is. You can really feel that in the quads. Slowly releasing, walk the hips back, come into a hamstring stretch. Lift the chest. Try pointing the toes, pressing the big toe down into the ground. And what's really important here is that your hips are over the top of the knee. You're not too far back this way. If your hips are too far back, just push your left foot forwards a bit more. And then it just gives you that space to sink the hips back without sitting backwards, if that makes sense. Slowly rocking forwards. We're going to step the back foot in, so lift the back knee, stepping forwards, releasing into a forward fold, forehead releasing down. Let's step the left foot all the way back, great big step back, knee comes to the floor. Bring the hand to the inside of the foot, the knee, sinking the hips forwards, lifting the chest. When you're ready, bend the back leg. So this side, the right hand's going to come all the way back to meet the toes. Open the right shoulder, and again sinking the hips down. Lift up into the chest. Press the ground away from you, don't sink down into that left shoulder. Slowly starting to release, hands come to the floor, step back to your downward dog. Start to tiptoe the feet into the hands. Release into your forward fold. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, the hands forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway, long flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step the feet back to your downward dog. Let's roll the body forwards, lift the heels, tuck the chin, belly lifting, roll through the spine to your plank. Lower chaturanga, so knees or toes, chest lowers, lifting into your upward dog, untuck the toes, feel the thighs lifting, and then push back, downward dog. Knees come to the floor. We're going to take the hands out in front of us a bit more. So step the hands out in front, push the hips back, and bring the forehead to the ground. Into your puppy pose. You can stay here, or if you like, you can take the hands a little further and bring the chest, the chin towards the ground, looking out towards your fingertips. And feel your chest releasing to the ground. Big deep breaths. Slowly starting to release. Bring the chest down to the ground. Come into your Sphinx pose. So the elbows are under the shoulders. Press the palms into the floor and lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulders back behind you. Slowly releasing. Bring the hands down to the sides. Forehead comes to the floor. Bending the back legs. Try reaching to the toes. So you're holding on to both feet. If you want to, you can try reaching a little further down the feet towards the ankles. We're going to come into our bow pose next. So squeeze the shoulders behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the chest, the shoulders off the ground. And feel your weight drawing backwards. You can try lifting the knees, the thighs. So you're resting more onto your pelvis. Slowly release. Forehead releases. Release the feet. We're going to press back into our shell pose. So bring the knees underneath you. Let the forehead release down. Take the arms by your sides. Just allow the arms to be heavy, shoulders curl forwards. Take a few big breaths. If you want to come into a shoulder stretch here, you can. Interlock the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades and push the hands away from you. Or if you rather, you can just stay in your shell pose. Just taking the rest. Allowing the body to be still. Let's slowly lift. Come onto your back, so roll onto your back. Knees come into the body. Hold on to the right knee. Extend the left leg all the way out. Shoulders are soft. Push through the heels. Breathe into the belly. Changing sides, holding onto the left leg, extending the right leg all the way out. Again, soften through the shoulders, push through the heels, breathe into the belly. Coming in with the right leg, come into your happy baby pose. So arms come to the insides, either holding the ankles or reaching to the soles of the feet, lifting the heels up. Oh, it feels tight still here. Shoulders are soft. And try squeezing the knees, the feet out a little wider. So you're opening into the hips as well as releasing into the hips. Breathe into the belly. Slowly releasing the feet. Take the arms by the sides and lift the heels up to the ceiling. You can stay here or we'll come into our shoulder stand. So either staying here, resting your feet on the wall, or we're going to lift all the way up. Chin tucks to the chest. Try squeezing the bottom, and you can either push through the heels or point the toes, whichever you prefer. I haven't got the space because I've got a wall next to me, but if you want to bring the feet down over the top of the head, you can, or just keeping the feet elevated. Feel free to play a little around with this pose. It might be that you want to try pressing the hands to the floor. And then slowly start to come down. So lower yourself nice and slowly. Keeping the head low. Slowly bring the soles of the feet together, knees come wide, feet come to the floor, and just let the hands rest down to the sides, palms facing up. Take a moment to recover, let the blood flow return to normal, connecting into your breath. Lift the knees, take the arms a little wider and just roll the knees over to the left side, keeping the shoulders to the ground, and then roll them over to the right side. Again, once more, all the way over to the left, all the way over to the right. Gently back to center. Take the arms over the top of the head, extending the legs out. And just pause here for a moment. Settle the body, settle the mind. Slowly roll over to one side and make your way to a seated position. Crossing the legs. Sitting tall. Bringing the hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bowing the forehead to the fingers. Again, big breath in. Big breath out. Namaste. Thank you all very much for joining me. It's a nice quiet Sunday morning. I'm just staying with my sister at the minute. Lucky her. And I will be back as normal next week. So I'm at Studio 50 on Monday. There's still spots available if anyone fancies joining. And I will be back live Thursday, 6 o'clock. Thank you very much. Bye. See you tomorrow.